Hey guys, I asked and you responded, so here we are, a video dedicated to explaining Monolith's next Kickstarter experiment, Beyond the Monolith. What's it all about? How can it save you money? How many versions of Conan can you get? How does this work with Zombicide? How many more questions can I ask? Well, let's stop asking them and start answering some. Okay, so let's start high level and then dig in deeper. High level, Beyond the Monolith, is this. Buy the base components of a game once, and then just add new content that uses the same components so you get new stuff cheaper. For instance, let's say you bought Conan. It comes with some special dice, a big plastic piece for the river mechanic, lots of tiles, player cards and boards, a rule book, minis, tokens, and a scenario book. Then, let's say you bought Batman Gotham City Chronicles. It comes with special dice, a big plastic piece for the river mechanic, lots of tiles, player cards and boards, a rulebook, minis, tokens, and scenario book. The same stuff. What if, instead of paying for the production, shipment, and storage of that special dice, big plastic piece for the river mechanic, rulebook, and tokens, you just paid and bought what's different, the new tiles, player cards, boards, minis, and scenario book? What if that 16th version of Zombicide you bought only came with the new stuff instead of buying more character trays that are the same, more dice that are the same, more spawn tokens that are the same? That's where Beyond the Monolith comes in. Now they've separated games into two buckets, the Universe Box and the Second Life Kits. This is where we can dive into each. Monolith themselves gives the example of buying a console and then purchasing games that use the same console, but I feel that's not a great example for a few reasons. Instead, just simply think of this as buying a core box, that is, the Universe Box, and then expansions that are not standalone, that is, the Second Life Kits. But make them both cheaper because the Universe Box lacks all of the non-unique items and the Second Life Kits only has the unique items. And really, it's that simple. The Universe Box just contains all of the common stuff needed to play that style of game and any of its content. So you buy one box and then you can play Conan with it, or Batman, or in the future Claustrophobia, or Mythic Battles. And don't worry if the wording changes, it's always the same thing. I've seen it called the Universe Box, the Engine Box, and the Core Systems Box already. So that makes sense. But why is this other stuff called the Second Life Kits? No, it doesn't have to do with an old game. Instead, it's a way to bring new content even with just the stuff you already own. A Second Life Kit, for instance, could be available for the original Conan core box, just adding a few new game tiles or tokens or a map needed with the new scenario book. This reduces a ton of costs and simplifies what you're getting, along with adding a new life or a second life to content you already own. Already own the Universe Box? Then you are free to buy all the Second Life Kits you want at a trimmed down price, saving on both purchasing price and shipping cost. Additionally, this has the potential to ease setup as you just grab the Universe Box and then slot in whatever Second Life Kit you want. What's great is this can be applied to many long-term game series. This is truly beyond the Monolith, as there have already been several games announced that will use this system that aren't owned by Monolith. First up is Cthulhu Wars by Sandy Peterson. That's right, you'll be able to buy that Universe Box with all the common components, and then buy the streamlined components needed for expansions via the Second Life Kits for lots of further play. And of course I already mentioned Zombicide, and it's true, they will offer a Beyond the Monolith supported series. Ideally, this means that in the future when new versions of Zombicide are out, it'll cost less and you can just add it to your existing system. This is actually an ideal example in my mind, as each version of Zombicide has a handful of unique rules and are otherwise just a theme change on an established system. So trimming the fat and only buying the core components once is a really smart way to do it. Lastly, I just want to say that I like this for two simple reasons. Cheaper prices for consumers, and a push for longer term support of the games that are created. So often with these Kickstarters, it's a one and done thing, with no new content ever to be released for that system. Streamlining the support system in a Second Life Kit that both consumers and companies understand is something I feel should be encouraged. With this now being a thing, it begs the question, why not more? Why does Frosthaven have to be some new giant box when you already have Gloomhaven? Actually, talking about this now, this is kind of a rebuttal to Taburu. Both are aiming to create a common backend system to support several other purchases, but they are going about it in very different ways. Tabiru will be inherently more expensive and restrictive, whereas Monolith's concept of a universe box tailors itself to each individual game system while also being cheaper. Tabiru is aiming to enhance your standard play, Beyond the Monolith is aiming to extend your play with Second Life kits. From a consumer standpoint, I am currently partial to Beyond the Monolith for its longer support of more versatile game systems at a cheaper price. But let me know what you think. Is this something you'd like to see supported across the industry? Are there any negatives to this new style of grouping games? I'd love to get a pulse of the situation from you guys leading into January's formal unveiling of it with the Conan campaign. And with that, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you didn't catch it, my largest video of the year, the upcoming 2020 Kickstarters video, was just released, and there's some sweet exclusives in there you'll want to know about if you didn't watch that yet. I also announced the winner of the Dawn of Madness giveaway. Congrats to Paul Philo 1981. Be sure to send me an email so I can give you further instructions. Now, I can't say it enough. Without my patrons to help support the channel and help it stay independent, I would not be able to bring you the quality videos that I hope you enjoy, so a super big shout out to them. And really, all of you rock by making this community so great. So even if you just watch without an ad block, or just leave a like or a comment, know that you are making this channel and the community around it so much better. We might not always agree on everything, but I love talking with you guys every single day. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and thank you once again for watching.